All right, so CBS News national correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti is joining me now from San Diego. So this was quite a trial, and I think sort of one sort of area that threw a lot of people for a loop was this medic that you went on the stand and said that he was the one that actually killed the ISIS fighter, the alleged ISIS fighter, that it was a mercy killing after Gallagher stabbed him. Is that medic going to face any consequences? I mean, did he lie on the stand or did he not?
Yeah, it's a good question, and it's a complicated answer. It's unclear at this point if he will face any consequences. We have reached out to the Navy. At this point, they have not commented. It really was a bombshell moment during this trial, that medic saying it was him, not Gallagher, as you mentioned, that eventually killed this militant by placing his finger over that tracheal tube that was placed in his neck to help him breathe, essentially suffocating him. He called it a mercy kill. He was afraid that he was going to wind up in the hands of Iraqi soldiers where he would be tortured. Perjury, of course, is the big question here. As you know, there is a lengthy pre-trial questioning that goes on. His defense arguing that at no point during that questioning was he actually asked the question of whether or not he had any impact in the death of this militant. Of course, he was given immunity to take that stand when he was there on trial in that courtroom. He was asked the question, and his attorney saying at that point he told the truth.
So Gallagher was also accused of shooting his gun indiscriminately into a crowd of civilians in Iraq. He was charged and found not guilty. What happened with that portion of the case?
Yeah, and Anne-Marie, this is a separate incident that unfolded. And in this case, you know, there's proof and then there is belief. SEAL team members said they believed that Gallagher shot at civilians, at one point describing seeing a young girl grab her stomach and fall to the ground. But the defense successfully argued that no one actually saw those bullets come from Gallagher's gun. He went on to say that Gallagher always thought that he was aiming and shooting at militant targets, not civilians.
So he's been found guilty for posing with the dead body of this ISIS fighter. And so what consequences is he going to be facing for that?
Yeah, and that is a violation of the military's terms and code of conduct. It carries a maximum sentence, we're told, of about 4 months. But keep in mind, during this trial, Gallagher was imprisoned for over 200 days. So at this point, it's believed that he's not going to serve another day in jail, that he's walking free from this.
And he could still face punishment, though, from the Navy. What's that going to look like?
That's correct. I mean, he spent 18 years with the Navy, so his career is still very much on the line as we await sentencing this morning. He could be demoted. He could lose his ranking, and that ultimately will impact his future, his career with the military. He could lose his pension and the benefits that go along with it.
Jonathan Vigliotti, thank you very much.